Can we say that the mind is a single thing? Or should we say that it's a network of elements? Or can we say both, actually? And considering that there is a mind, what is the soul? And what is the self? And what is consciousness? Is consciousness even a thing? And is it quantum physics the ultimate answer to understand consciousness? Or is it just an excuse to avoid explaining and even defining what consciousness is? And if we need quantum physics to understand consciousness, do we need quantum physics to understand international politics? And what is the role of the mind? Why do we even have a mind? And does the mind control the body, or the body controls the mind? Is it the mind like a computer? And if so, what are the common elements between a mind and a computer? And what are the common elements between a computer and a brain? What are emotions? What are feelings? Why someone telling me something in certain situations can trigger my heart to pump faster? How is that possible that from an abstract concept like language, you can have a physical reaction like the heart pumping? What is the difference between my mind and the mind of a dog, for example? Isn't it amazing that something happening inside of my skull can have a very synchronous and instantaneous effect on, for example, my hands? This, I want my hand to move. Amazing. Aren't we just a tube, the digestive system with some extra features? Is my body an armor that doesn't allow me to be who I really want to be, who I really am? Why there is pain? Why there is suffering? Why is it pain so painful and pleasure so pleasant? Can we just remove all the pain and just keep the pleasure forever? So, if God exists, why is He allowing suffering? And why should He avoid suffering? And why suffering is bad and pleasure is good? What is the actual role of suffering? Am I my past? Am I my future? Who am I? And what do I mean when I say who? What do I mean when I say am? Or what does to be means? What do I mean when I say I? What is trust? Why do I trust some people? Why I don't trust some other people? What is empathy? Why do I feel other people's pain? And again, why do we look for pleasure? And why do we avoid pain? And so, if we follow pleasure and we avoid pain, what do we do when our decisions provide us pain in certain aspects and pleasure in others? How do we handle those situations? Why should I care about the others if I can care about myself? What is my purpose? Why should I care about my purpose? Am I defined by my genetics? Am I defined by my belonging group? Am I defined by what others think about me? Am I defined by what I think about myself? And what if there are contradictory definitions about who I am? What if I have contradictory definitions about who I am, and what if others have contradictory definitions about who I am? Why is that important to be defined, by the way? Why is that important to have a self? Is there any definition that will be satisfactory? What if the signals that I use to define who I am are too contradictory? Do we create a true self or do we discover the true self?